3 Points of Articulation podcast.
Howdy, 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 and welcome to Statistically, the top 10 greatest wrestlers in Wrestlemania history. I am Adam the Wrestling Man from the 3 Points of Articulation figure podcast. Please check out the podcast on YouTube and whatever you listen to your normal podcasts on. So we're talking statistics. If you've ever seen any of these videos, you'll know the rundown by now. 30 points for a win, 10 points for a draw or a loss, 5 extra points if you retain a title, 10 extra points if you win a brand new title. If in the event of the same amount of points, we've got trumps with the amount of title wins, then the amount of title retentions, and then the number of wins. And obviously the more important titles trump each other in the event of a draw in those. There is no pre-show matches or dark matches involved in this list today. I can't talk about everything WrestleMania as we'll be here all day, so we're going to concentrate on debuts, final matches, title victories, and most memorable moments. So here we go. In at number 10 with 275 points is Edge. He has a WrestleMania record of 7 wins and 4 losses. He debuted at WrestleMania 16 in a 3-way tag team ladder match title victory, and his very last match was last year against Randy Orton at WrestleMania 36. He's got 2 title wins to his name at WrestleMania. At 16 and 17, he won the WWF tag team titles, first in a ladder match, then in a TLC match. The most notable WrestleMania moments for Edge has got to be his TLC and ladder matches at WrestleMania 16 and 17 against the Hardy Boys and the Dudley Boys alongside Christian. He retired the day after WrestleMania 27 after he retained the title against Alberto Del Rio, and on his comeback last year at WrestleMania 36 he was injured in the match. In at number 9, with also 275 points, an exact same record of 7 wins and 4 losses, is the Macho Man. The reason he has trumped Edge in the ratings is to do with the WWF titles that he defended being a higher precedence than the tag team titles. So Macho Man's debut was at WrestleMania 2, where he defeated George the Animal Steele to retain the Intercontinental title, and his final match was at WrestleMania 10, where he defeated Crush. He has 2 title wins at WrestleMania. He won the WWF title at WrestleMania 4 in a tournament where he defeated $1 Million Man in the final, and he defeated Ric Flair for the same title at WrestleMania 8. The most memorable moments from Macho Man, first of all, has to be his match against Ricky Steamboat at WrestleMania 3. What a lovely match that was, highly regarded as the best ever match in WWF history by a lot of people. 4 of his 7 wins came in the same night at WrestleMania 4, where he defeated 4 people on his way to winning the tournaments. In at number 8, with 295 points, is Randy Orton. He's got a record of 6 wins and 10 losses. He debuted at WrestleMania 20, where alongside Evolution, they defeated The Rock and Sock Connection, and his final match was last year against Edge. His title wins, unbelievably, Randy Orton has only won 1 fresh title at WrestleMania. WrestleMania 33, he defeated Bray Wyatt for the WWE title. The noticeable moments for Randy Orton: he is a Taker victim, he's been in the Money in the Bank ladder match, but to be honest, he's lost lots of title matches. There isn't that much memorable about Randy Orton's WrestleMania history compared to the other people on the list. In at number 7 will shock a lot of people. Unbelievably, with 305 points, is Mr. WrestleMania himself, Shawn Michaels. A WrestleMania record of 7 wins and 10 losses. He debuted at WrestleMania 5 in a loss alongside Marty Jannetty and the tag team of the Rockers to the Twin Towers, Akeem and the Big Boss Man. And his final match at WrestleMania, he lost at WrestleMania 26 to end his career against The Undertaker. Again, unbelievably, Shawn Michaels has only won 1 new title at WrestleMania. WrestleMania 12, he defeated Bret Hart for the WWF Championship, fulfilling the childhood dream. The noticeable, memorable moments for Michaels: he opened 3 WrestleManias in a row, WrestleMania 7, 8 and 9, always a pleasure and an honour to open WrestleMania. His ladder match with Razor Ramon will always be remembered in history. He retired Ric Flair, and he got retired himself by The Undertaker. In at 6th place with 320 points is Bret the Hitman Hart. 8 wins and 6 losses at Mania. He debuted at WrestleMania 2 in a loss in the WWF and NFL franchise Battle Royal, which was eventually won by Andre the Giant. And his final match came at WrestleMania 26 with a win over Big Boss himself, Vince McMahon. He's got 2 title wins to his name at WrestleMania. He won the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania 8 against Roddy Piper, and he won the WWF title at WrestleMania 10 against Yokozuna. Notably for Bret, aside from his title wins, were the 2 classics he had at WrestleMania. The WrestleMania 10 match against Owen Hart is my personal very best match in history, and I'm sure a lot of people will agree with me, and his classic against Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania 13, which solidified Austin as a main title contender. In at number 5, also with 320 points, is Hulk Hogan. He's got a WrestleMania history of 8 wins, 1 draw, and 3 losses. He debuted at WrestleMania 1 in the main event alongside Mr. T, defeating Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff. And his final WrestleMania came at WrestleMania 19 against Vince McMahon with a victory. The reason he trumps Bret Hart into 5th is the number of title wins. He's got 3 title wins at Mania, all for the WWF title. WrestleMania 5 defeated Macho Man, 7 defeated Sergeant Slaughter, and 9 defeated Yokozuna when he wasn't meant to be there. Most notably for Hogan, he headlined the first 3 WrestleManias. He has the slam heard around the world where he slammed Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3, and many people's favourite match will be the Intercontinental title against WWF title with the Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania 6. In at number 4 with 365 points is Kane. 8 wins and 10 losses. He debuted with a loss at WrestleMania 14 against The Undertaker, and his most recent match was a loss in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania 32. He has 2 title wins to his name at Mania. He won the Hardcore title at WrestleMania 17 in an excellent showing against Raven and The Big Show, and he won the ECW Championship at WrestleMania 24 against Chavo Guerrero. Most notably for Kane at Mania, he's had 4 different tag team partners along the years, and he's competed and won at the only ECW title match at WrestleMania history. He's also had 3 Money in the Bank appearances. We are into the big boys now with the top 3. In at number 3 with 420 points is John Cena. 10 wins and 5 losses at Mania. He debuted at WrestleMania 20 with a win over The Big Show to win the United States Championship, and his final match was at WrestleMania 36 with a loss, in inverted commas, to The Fiend Bray Wyatt. In fact, it was just Bray Wyatt then, in the Firefly Funhouse match. He's got 6 title wins to his name at WrestleMania, the most out of anyone. He won the US title at WrestleMania 20 against The Big Show, the WWE title at 21 against JBL. He won the world title in a 3-way match at WrestleMania 25. He defeated Batista for the WWE title in 26, The Rock for the WWE title in 29, and Rusev for the United States title in 31. Most notably for John Cena, he was in title matches in his first 8 WrestleManias. Wow. He proposed to Nikki Bella in the middle of the ring. That went well. And there was a year-long prelude to a match against The Rock. I think that's probably the biggest known match in WrestleMania history, and maybe even everything history. Number 2, with 450 points, is Triple H. WrestleMania record of 9 wins and 12 losses. He debuted memorably at WrestleMania 12 with a loss against the Ultimate Warrior, and his final match was at WrestleMania 35, defeating Batista. He's got only 1, unbelievably, title win at WrestleMania, which was the undisputed title that he won at WrestleMania 18 against Chris Jericho. He does have 4 title defenses to go with that, though. Most notably for Triple H are his long, audacious entrances. It's always a spectacle, a show when Triple H makes his entrance, only trumped by The Undertaker, I think, coming in longer. And he's talking about The Undertaker, he's lost 3 times to The Undertaker along the years. And the Big Daddy, number 1, it will have been known by everyone, is The Undertaker. 770 points, 25 wins and 2 losses for the Taker. He debuted at WrestleMania 7 with a win over Superfly Jimmy Snuka, and his final match was a win in the Boneyard match at WrestleMania 36 against AJ Styles. He's only won 3 titles at WrestleMania. At WrestleMania 13, he won the WWF title against Sid, and at WrestleMania 23 and 24, he won the world titles against Batista and Edge. Most notably about The Undertaker, obviously everyone straight away will refer to the 21-match unbeaten streak, which will never be defeated. Unbelievably, The Undertaker has never ever retained a title at WrestleMania, and he retired Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 26. There we have it. You can't argue against the statistics, surely. The top 10 greatest wrestlers in WrestleMania history, statistically. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button for more coming up in the future. I've been Adam the Wrestling Man. Thank you very much. See you later.